Hello friends, in this channel we always talk about mostly relationships, human interactions and life philosophy, things that really matter, because if there is one thing I despise on this earth, among other things, and I think my listeners, the intelligent people, the people I have respect and love for, who listen to me, will agree, is small talk. Small talk gets no one nowhere, because small talk is often and nearly always about things that you have no control over. Idle chit chat, well, oh, it's been raining a lot today, or what do you think about the such and such sports team winning, or what do you think about the election results, or whatever. Things that you and I have zero control over. But in this particular video, I want to talk about money, something that all of us need. We all need to function in life, and it's very important, and it's also the biggest empowerment that we can have in order to help others. You have to be strong, healthy, and in financial shape, strong enough to be able to help others. Now, we hear a lot of talk these days about BRICS, British, Russia, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and they're going to have their own currency, and they're going to knock dollar off the international money reserve. Let me tell you something. First, about the actual numbers. They're going to go supposedly on gold standard. These BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China. The United States has more gold reserves than Brazil and Russia and China combined in its national treasury gold reserve. So, apart from that, let's look at Brazil and Russia. The thing is, those two countries are not just corrupt, they are an ocean of corruption, with bits and pieces of phony presidents, phony power structure, phony hierarchy to fool the world. I don't know how many times you've been to Brazil. I love Brazilians. They are nice people. I've probably traveled to Brazil from north to south, from Belo Horizonte all the way down to Florianopolis, probably about 40 times. They are the nicest, most friendly people, but honest, they are not. From the president down to the street sweeper, if they can cheat you, they will. If you go to a Brazilian restaurant, in the finest restaurants in Sao Paulo, down to the beach little cafes in Rio de Janeiro, if they can cheat you on the bill, they will, and that's indicative of other things. The Brazilian culture is basically based on the belief that if you leave money on the table, if you don't try to cheat your next guy, then you're a fool. And when you catch them cheating on a restaurant bill, they say, oh yeah, sorry, I'll remove it. Yeah. And they're hoping that you don't notice it. So corruption in Brazil, in a country where corruption is the norm, I'd like to see how they're going to take over the world currency. And all those people that say, oh yeah, the US dollar is finished and we're going to go on the BRICS currencies and whatever, the Chinese yuan or the Russian ruble, whatever. Are you going today to change your money? Are you going to turn in your dollars in and change it for Russian rubles? And let's briefly talk about Russia, a country who's got a thug for president. He's not even president. He wasn't never really elected. People are scared into voting for him. He's made himself president for life. He kills, poisons, tortures, and imprisons his political opponents. These are not my opinion. You read the news and you'll know what's going on. And they say, I see all kinds of videos saying Moscow is beautiful, beautiful shopping centers, beautiful supermarkets, beautiful streets and everything. Oh, really? And in Russia, if you mention the word war, you'll get 15 years in prison. The company executives who dare to talk, against this war and Putin are somehow mysteriously thrown out of the 17th floor of a building while they're sleeping. That's to show others, hey, you go against Putin, that's what you get. So you're gonna put your money, you're gonna sell your assets and turn it into Russian rubles or Chinese yuan, renminbi, another absolutely corrupt country which calls itself communist but has no resemblance Nothing close to being a communist country. If you study communism in school and then you go to Shanghai, China, and you see Rolls Royces and Ferraris and Bentleys and Bugattis parked in front of five-star hotels, please tell me what part of communism is that? They are only communist in name. They are the most corrupt country in the world, only surpassed by Russia and Brazil. But as always, I go a step further. I go a layer deeper, peel the layers of the onion. Those people that are somehow rich now through criminal means or any other means, those people that are rich in the country of Brazil and in the country of Russia and in the country of China, where do you think they park their money? Why do you think Chinese are scrambling to get their money out, buy homes from Vancouver down to Los Angeles on the west coast of the US just to get their money out of their own country? Because they know what kind of corrupt criminals are ruling them. Where do you think the sons and daughters of Russian elite, including Russian politicians, go to school and live and have apartments and bank accounts in Switzerland, in Western Europe, and in the United States? Where do you think the wealthy of the Brazil park their money and buy properties and buy securities and secure themselves a future when SHIT hits the fan and they need to escape? All over Fort Lauderdale and Miami, Florida. So please, don't make these fucking stupid comments. Don't believe in the media, which is 99.5%, and I'm being very, very generous, 99.5% manipulative lies designed to make you think in the way that they do, because that's what their advertisers have ordered them to do. And the moment they bring someone like Tucker Carlson, for example, I'm not even his fan, but anyone that says anything, Russell Brand, whatever, that they don't like, what do? Advertisers pull their money because they know that's like oxygen to a show, to a TV show. That kills it. So please, before you say Russia is great, go spend 2 days there. Go try to say I don't like Putin. Before you say Brazil is going to be the national currency and dollar is going to be knocked off the international reserve currency, go try to do business in Rio de Janeiro or Sao Paulo. Don't give me that shit, please. Don't talk about something you don't know. Don't tell me about something you haven't experienced yourself. And don't be repeating like a parrot what the media tells you. You really only make a fool of yourself. Like always, with respect, I deliver to you the facts. Now you go and make up your own mind. I know that this is out of the subjects I usually talk about, but such is life. All the best.